time can dictate if it's a good result or a bad result. So if someone is delaying that or causing that time delay, you might want to give them another chance, but it might not be the right time now. So sometimes you're better just switching them out, just cut them fast and say, look, I like what you're doing. This one hasn't worked out. I think you've got a lot of potential. Here's where it didn't work. Here's why we're having to switch you out. Go away and work in that. Maybe if we get something that's got a longer time span, and you work something, whatever the particulars are, you work whatever it is out, then we can be, we're not going to burn the bridges here, but the pace that we need this at is not where the pace that you can perform at. So it is what it is. Yeah. And I think being honest with feedback with people is probably the way to go. Yeah. And it's that constructive criticism that if you're it's just like you've said, like you've had the feedback from the jobs, the results, feel that you've had people take advantage of your nature, and that's sore because you've trust, you've probably put time and money and effort, you've put your reputation on the line, and it's all unraveling, it's backfiring, it's blown up in your face. Yeah. And you're thinking, surely this can't be it.
That was hard to get. That was a hard point as well at the start, because because you've put all that money and that time and that effort and bought the vans and you've got the staff, and I can't just give this away, Yeah. And because of the people that we had on board weren't performing to the level that we needed them to perform because I was too soft, it came to an end, And you sit back and you go, all that money and effort that I put in for nothing. But again, is it for nothing? You learn from it. You're passing on to the next part of what you're going to try. So it wasn't all bad, I think we learned quite a lot out of it as well.
Well, maybe from a financial standpoint, it wasn't the result in terms of the result wasn't financially there, but the learning curve was there. So what you learn from it. I always say that when you have a mistake and you learn something from it, it makes you better. And it's cost you money. You're paying tuition. Yep. Right? You've been paid to be taught.
It's like
the lesson.
Paying a mentor, isn't it?
That's it. You're paying the market to tell you what you need to know. You're paying. Hey, look, I didn't get that right. I needed to work this bit out. I figured out where I went wrong. Here's what I need to do next. You're just paying the toll. You're paying the ticket.
Some people don't learn from it, but
absolutely.
Some people will just fuck up and fuck up and fuck up.
We've all been there to a degree. Like we've all been there where we can't believe that it didn't work, so we try it again, and then it happens again, and it's like the market's paying you're paying its tuition. Going, are you going to learn yet? Are you going to learn yet? Have you learned it yet? And at some point, people that are quick go, look, I'm okay. I need to change up. There's other people that just keep going, and the type. Type.
You see when you crack it at the end, you go, like, that was worth it.
Yep. You need to let go of what you initially thought,
and it was very hard.
Start letting go. It's hard.
Thing. Very hard. That was something I really struggled with, and that's why I tried to keep hanging on. I'm like, it'll all work out.
Yeah.
Gladly, it did all work out in the end, but it took its time.
So at the time, that must have been pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, try to bring up 2 young kids, getting married and stuff as well to my wife, and going through all the bad shit at work and trying not to bring it home, So, it was a very, very tough time. But again, we fought to the end and we got through it. Obviously, the business went out of the game and stuff like that, but we also had other businesses in the background which could step in and still work with the investors, which we were doing anyway, but we just brought the refurb side of that into that business, which is now blown right up now. It's really, really good. Again, right teams in place, right systems in place, trust there, more experience, which is a big part as well.
I would say, if anybody, like my top tips for anyone that they go out and something blows up in their face is own it.
Yeah.
Right. So there is nothing more, like, you might think that, I think back to mistakes that I've made, and there is nothing more powerful than when you're involved with we're in the people industry, right? We're in the people game. So whether it's people that are working for you, whether it's people that have asked you to do something for them, so they're your client, whether it's an investor, so maybe you and someone else have joined up to do a deal, right, where you agree something and you've made the mistake, and it's something you haven't spotted, maybe something you've missed, lack of experience, maybe it's just a mistake that you made or an error.
Yep.
Right, when you own that and you go and take that to whoever you're involved with and go, look, I've made this mistake, it puts you right to the point. Like, you don't go through the who was it, let's argue the toss, it wasn't me. You skip all that level and you go to, right, what can we do about it?
Yeah.
Right, so we know it's happened and it's known. What can we do about it? Like, what can we do with what's known? And people will give you so much respect for just bypassing that whole bit of, well, it wasn't me, it was him. Well, I asked him to do this, and it was that. She was supposed to do this, and it's that ownership that just takes all that effort and energy that would have been used on nonsense, and puts you can apply that energy to how can we fix it.
Yeah, I mean, that means if you've got a good business partner, you would expect that anyway.